Welcome back to another video on spreadsheets. Today we will discuss about relative and absolute cell references. Here I have created a spreadsheet for you. If you don't know how to create this, please go back and watch my video on Introduction to Spreadsheets. Here I created the spreadsheet for company wage payment. Here you can see different labels like employee name, hours and wages. 5 employees are here and the hours they worked are here. And for 1 hour they get a dollar 15.25. We need to find wages, that is hours multiplied by 1 hour payment. So let's do it. That is, we need to multiply 30 with $15.25, then 24 with $15.25 and so on. So let's put the equation. We know all equations begins with an equal to sign. So equals B4 multiplied by F3 and enter. Normally what we do is we select that cell with equation and drag the cell to the remaining columns. Oops, what happened? Something is went wrong. So we will double check the cells to find whether the equations we entered are correct or not. First cell is okay. See the second cell. That is, it is B5 multiplied with F4 instead of F3. And in third cell it is B6 multiplied with F5 instead of F3. And all the other cells went wrong. So here comes the need for cell referencing. A cell reference or cell address is a mix of rows and columns that recognize a cell on a worksheet. For example, A1, it is the address or reference of the cell at the intersection of column A and row 1. Similarly, B2 is the address or reference of the cell at the intersection of column B and row 2. We have two types of cell references, relative and absolute cell references. Let's see what's the difference between these two. Naturally, all cell references are relative cell references. When replicated or copied over various cells, relative cell references change dependent on the relative position of rows and columns. For example, if you copy the formula equals A1 plus B1 from row 1 to row 2, the formula will become equals A2 plus B2. So relative cell references are particularly advantageous at whatever point you need to repeat the same count over various rows and columns. But absolute cell references do not change when replicated or filled. We can use an absolute cell reference to keep a row or a column constant. An absolute cell reference is assigned in an equation by the expansion of a dollar symbol before the row or a column. For example, if you copy the formula equals A1 plus $B $1 from row 1 to row 2, the formula will become equals A2 plus $B $1 because here B1 is constant because it's an absolute cell reference. So let's delete the previous equations first because we want F3 to be an absolute cell reference. We put the equation now as equals B4 into F3 and put a dollar sign before F and 3 to make it an absolute cell reference. Now enter. Okay, now drag to the remaining cells. See now, perfect. We will double check to see all the equations now. See, everywhere F3 is now an absolute cell reference. We can do it in one more way. We can create an absolute cell reference by pressing F4 in case of Excel or F4 plus Shift in the case of Calc to get the dollar sign. So here I type equals B4 into F3 and click Shift plus F4. See, the dollar sign automatically came. Now drag to the remaining cells. Now we want to find the total amount. We have the function with us that is equal sum and select the particular range. Now see if I change the hourly payment from $15.25 to $20.25, the remaining columns will automatically change. Let me try one more time by changing from 20 to say $7. Okay. Thank you for watching my videos, and I will come back with a new topic in the next video.